Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we dive into Creative Confidence. This enlightening book unveils the immense value and impact that creativity brings into our daily lives. It's a powerful reminder that happiness and success in both our professional and personal lives can be significantly enhanced by embracing creativity. Importantly, the authors, David Kelley and Tom Kelley, debunk the myth that creativity is reserved only for artists and musicians. Through practical techniques and a transformative mindset, they argue that anyone is capable of thinking creatively. David Kelley is not only the founder of IDEO, a global leader in innovation and design, but also the founder of Stanford University's Institute of Design, known as D School. His brother, Tom Kelley, adds to this impressive pedigree as a partner at IDEO and the author of bestsellers such as The Art of Innovation and The 10 Faces of Innovation. Tom Kelley also lends his expertise as an executive fellow at the University of California, Berkeley's Haas School of Business. Creative Confidence is a must-read for anyone immersed in the process of innovation, looking to reignite their creative energy, or aspiring to make a positive change in the world. Through the Kelley brothers' expert insights, readers are equipped to unlock their own potential for creativity, poised to transform both their lives and the world around them. Join us as we explore how to harness the power of creative confidence to fuel innovation and drive impactful change. Creative Confidence: Unleashing the Creative Potential Within Us All. Introduction. Rediscover and strengthen your creative confidence. Picture this: a classroom where the vibrant hum of creativity is just as valued as the quiet rustle of pages turning to the next chapter in a history book. Imagine a world where drawing pictures and composing melodies in class aren't seen as distractions, but as essential exercises to flex our creative muscles. Unfortunately, for many of us growing up, this wasn't the case. We were often encouraged to prioritize traditional learning over creative expression, leading many to believe their capacity for creativity was limited or irrelevant in the real world. However, the tide is turning. In today's innovative climate, creativity isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. Companies are on the hunt for individuals who can think outside the box, and creativity has become a pinnacle in designing a life that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. But here's the good news: your creativity isn't gone. It's merely waiting to be awakened and nurtured back to life. Creative Confidence is your guide to rediscovering that spark. Based on the rich experiences of its authors at the renowned design and innovation firm IDEO, as well as their groundbreaking teachings at Stanford University's D School, this book illuminates the path to reigniting your dormant creative potential. You'll discover that creativity isn't reserved for the traditionally creative careers, but is a fundamental skill that everyone can harness and improve. Forget the misconception that only a select few are born with creativity. This book will show you that it's a muscle everyone has, needing only the right exercises to become stronger and more versatile. In our journey through Creative Confidence, you'll uncover the tale of a Beatles member who almost traded his musical dreams for a life in manufacturing, a striking reminder of how close we can come to missing our creative calling. The invaluable lesson that sometimes failing is far more beneficial than succeeding on the first try, teaching us resilience and opening doors to new avenues of imagination. A heartwarming story of how adopting a do-something mindset transformed an elderly woman's dreary wait in the freezing rain into a moment of warmth and safety. Each of these stories underlines a critical aspect of creative confidence. It's not about the perfection of the end product, but the journey of exploration, discovery, and the courage to try, fail, and try again. Let's step into this journey together, ready to embrace our innate creativity and apply it not just to our work, but to sculpting a life filled with innovation, fulfillment, and boundless possibilities. Part 1. Unleashing Creativity. It's not just about masterpieces. When we talk about creativity, it's easy to conjure up images of Michelangelo at work on the Sistine Chapel or Beethoven composing his next symphony. But creativity, isn't it about so much more than just the creation of genius masterpieces? Absolutely. Creativity encompasses a spectrum far broader and more inclusive than the fine arts alone. It's about innovation in its purest form, the act of using one's imagination to bring something new into existence, be it a piece of art, a technological invention, or a novel way of solving a problem. This expansive view of creativity brings into the fold not only artists and musicians, but also the analytical minds that shape our world, such as CEOs, engineers, and computer programmers. For example, when a programmer designs a groundbreaking web interface or a CEO devises a fresh business model, they're channeling their creativity just as much as any painter or poet. Embracing this wide definition helps us to see that the seeds of creativity are planted in all of us. Reflect back to the days of our childhood, where creativity was as natural as breathing. We painted with our fingers, constructed castles in the sandbox, and solved the most intricate problems with the simplest of solutions. Growing up shouldn't mean growing out of our creative selves, though all too often, that's precisely what happens. Yet, the creative spark within us is never truly lost. Think of it as a muscle lying dormant, waiting to be awakened and exercised. It might have been a while since you last flexed this muscle, but with a bit of effort and dedication, you'll find it can become strong and vibrant once more. Consider the story of Doug Meets, an MRI technician who faced a predicament. His young patients were terrified of the daunting MRI machines. In search of a solution, Meets embarked on a journey to reawaken his creative muscle, with a little help from innovative thinking. His breakthrough, transforming the cold clinical appearance of MRI machines into the stuff of children's fantasies. Think pirate ships and UFOs. Suddenly, an MRI scan wasn't a fear-inducing ordeal, but an exhilarating adventure. Meets's story is a vibrant illustration of creativity in action, proving that imaginative innovation can originate from anyone, in any field, tackling any challenge. It's a reminder that creativity isn't about achieving perfection in art alone, but about reimagining the world around us in endlessly original ways. Part 2. The Rising Tide of Creativity in the Professional World. Creativity belongs only to artists. This statement, often echoed in the hallways of corporate offices and academic institutions alike, paints creativity as a trait exclusive to those involved in the arts, painters, musicians, and writers, to name a few. This narrow viewpoint has historically undervalued creativity in more traditional professions, suggesting that fields like law, medicine, or business have little to no need for creative thinking. Imagine being told that exploring innovative approaches in your work is not only unnecessary but borderline reckless. For a long time, society upheld a clear demarcation between the creative types, largely marginalized as hobbyists or eccentric artists, and the serious professionals who drove the world's economic engines forward in boardrooms and offices. Creativity was often seen as a frivolous diversion from the rigors of rational thought and logical planning, something to be pursued on one's own time and not within the professional sphere. Consider the story of Paul McCartney, a young student discouraged from pursuing music, a field deemed unprofitable and unrealistic, and instead encouraged to focus on a safer career in manufacturing or shipping, sectors that represented the economic backbone of Liverpool at the time. Thankfully for music lovers everywhere, McCartney chose to ignore this advice, instead becoming a key figure in the Beatles, arguably the most influential band in modern history. However, the winds of change are sweeping through the professional landscape, bringing a refreshing shift in perception. Businesses and leaders across the globe have started to recognize the immense value that creative thinking brings to the table, especially in facing the complex challenges of today's global market. No longer relegated to the background, creativity is now being celebrated as a critical skill for leadership and innovation. A pivotal IBM survey of over 1,500 CEOs has shone a spotlight on this transformation, highlighting creativity as the most crucial leadership trait for success in the global commerce arena. In a world teeming with intricate dilemmas and fierce competition, the ability to think outside conventional boundaries and devise original solutions has emerged as a key differentiator. As creativity takes center stage in the professional world, it's essential to embrace and cultivate this quintessential skill in ourselves. Breaking free from the shackles of outdated perceptions, we can all rediscover our creative potential and harness it to navigate the complexities of our respective fields with imagination and foresight. The journey to reclaiming and strengthening our creative confidence is within reach, promising a future where innovation is not just valued, but actively pursued across all professions. Part 3. Embrace your creative journey, a roadmap to unveiling your potential. Stepping into the realm of creativity often feels akin to standing at the edge of a cliff, exhilarating yet profoundly intimidating. Imagine being at a zoo, faced with the opportunity to touch a boa constrictor despite a deep-seated fear of snakes, the surge of anxiety, the rapid heartbeat, and then the rush of overcoming your fear. This is what it's like to confront your creative anxieties head-on. Daunting but incredibly rewarding once you take that leap. The journey to embracing your creativity starts with shedding the belief that creativity is beyond your reach. It's vital to recognize that everyone, including you, possesses a creative muscle waiting to be exercised. Instilling in yourself the conviction that you're capable of growing, experiencing, and creating in ways you've never imagined is the first step towards a transformative self-discovery. Cultivating a growth mindset is crucial in this process. When you believe in your ability to expand your creative horizons, you not only alter your self-perception, but also begin to view the world around you through a lens of limitless possibilities. This newfound confidence empowers you to tackle challenges with innovative solutions, pushing the boundaries of what you thought was possible. But where do you start? How do you navigate the vast landscape of creativity without getting lost? Here's where crafting a roadmap for your creative journey comes into play. This roadmap acts as your guide through the intricate process of creative thinking, equipped with strategies and techniques to strengthen your creative faculties. One such powerful technique is design thinking, a favorite tool among those who might not immediately identify as creative in the conventional sense. Design thinking revolves around understanding human needs and devising novel solutions through a design-centric perspective. This approach emphasizes empathy, experimentation, and iteration, encouraging a deep dive into the experiences of those you're designing for. Take, for instance, the challenge of redesigning kitchen tools. By engaging directly with users, particularly those facing unique challenges, like the elderly, the authors were able to gather crucial insights into the frustrations and limitations of current designs. This empathetic engagement laid the foundation for a series of experiments aimed at finding viable solutions, ultimately leading to the development and production of more user-friendly kitchen implements. Navigating the path to creative empowerment may seem daunting at first, but with the right mindset and a structured roadmap, you're well equipped to explore the depths of your creativity. Remember, each step taken, no matter how small, is a leap towards discovering a newer, more creative self, ready to make meaningful contributions to the world around you. Part 4. Embracing failure as a stepping stone to creativity. Imagine you're on a journey toward a significant goal. The path is challenging, and despite your dedication, you stumble, leading to moments of self-doubt and the temptation to abandon the quest. It's precisely at this crossroads that the true essence of progress, the courage to rise and try again, makes its mark. It's a universal truth that even the most lauded creative minds have faced their share of setbacks. But did they allow failure to define them? Absolutely not. Instead, they wielded their setbacks as tools for growth and learning. Think of Mozart, whose initial compositions might not have hinted at the genius that was to emerge. Or consider Thomas Edison, whose journey to invent the light bulb was fraught with trials and errors, far from the effortless discovery it might appear to be in hindsight. It's in the persistence to refine and evolve that greatness is forged. Professor Simonton of the University of California shed light on an intriguing aspect of creativity. Iconic figures like Mozart and Edison didn't succeed because they failed less. In reality, they failed more. But unlike many, they didn't see these failures as dead ends. Instead, each misstep was a lesson, a nudge closer to their groundbreaking achievements. Adopting a mindset akin to Edison's, where no failure is in vain if a lesson is extracted from it, transforms how we approach our creative endeavors. Embracing this perspective unleashes a powerful paradox. Initial success might actually hinder our long-term growth and innovation. Why? Because stumbling early on exposes the weaknesses in our creations or ideas, offering golden opportunities for refinement. Take the Wright brothers as a prime example. Their relentless experimentation and willingness to embrace failure ultimately led to the historical moment in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, in 1903, when they achieved the first successful flight. Had they not confronted and learned from their numerous failures, their names might have been lost to history rather than celebrated for their pioneering achievement. So next time you find yourself faltering on your creative journey, remember that each setback is not a roadblock, but a portal to deeper understanding and improved solutions. Allow yourself the latitude to fail, for it is through these very failures that creativity finds its most fertile ground to flourish. Part 5. Unlock your inner creativity through new experiences. Ever found yourself aimlessly waiting for inspiration to strike, hoping for that sudden eureka moment to illuminate your creative path? It's a common misconception that groundbreaking ideas simply fall from the sky. In reality, the spark of creativity is more often ignited by immersing ourselves in new experiences. Exposing ourselves to unfamiliar environments and challenges enables us to view the world through a different lens, creating fertile ground for innovative ideas to grow. Consider the remarkable journey of two students who, faced with the daunting challenge of reducing child mortality, came to realize that theoretical research alone wouldn't suffice. They decided to plunge into the heart of the issue by visiting the countries and hospitals most affected by this tragic problem. Their first-hand experiences and the insights gleaned from their travels were instrumental in developing an ingenious solution: a cost-effective sleeping pouch equipped with a heating element. This simple yet revolutionary product has since provided vital warmth to countless infants in remote areas, shielding them from the life-threatening cold. But what if globe-trotting in search of inspiration isn't within your reach? The key lies in adopting the mindset of a traveler, even within the confines of your everyday environment. Approach the world around you with the curiosity of someone seeing everything for the first time. Challenge the status quo by asking why at every turn, seeking deeper understanding of human behavior, product usage, and the underlying reasons that govern them. Take the persistence of landline phones as an example. At first glance, it's easy to dismiss their continued use as a matter of habit rather than practicality. However, asking why might reveal that for many, the comfort of familiarity outweighs the allure of newer technology. This realization opens up avenues for innovation in how mobile devices are marketed or designed, targeting the specific needs and preferences of those hesitant to make the digital leap. By engaging with the world as a traveler, armed with curiosity and a willingness to question the familiar, you'll uncover insights capable of fueling transformational ideas. New experiences, whether across the globe or within your local surroundings, are the catalysts that awaken the dormant creativity within us, leading to breakthroughs that resonate not just with our perspectives, but with the needs and desires of those around us. Part 6: Creative Synergy, the Power of Teamwork in Unleashing Innovation. Conjure up the image of a lone genius, toiling away in solitude, crafting masterpieces in isolation. This romanticized notion of the singular creative genius, be it a composer, inventor, or philosopher, has long permeated our cultural consciousness. Yet, the reality of innovation is far more communal and interconnected than this image suggests. Rather than thriving in isolation, creativity often blossoms most fully within the vibrant dynamic of teamwork. Why is this? For starters, collaborating with others significantly reduces the stress and pressure that can stifle creative thought. Everyone has experienced that dreaded mental block. The moments when words fail us during an essay or our thoughts scatter in the midst of preparing a presentation. This paralysis is frequently a symptom of stress and the overwhelming desire to deliver perfection single-handedly. However, when you're part of a team, the burden of innovation isn't resting solely on your shoulders. Sharing the creative load allows you to relax, making way for a more fertile environment where ideas can germinate and flourish. Imagine the relief and freedom in knowing that you're supported by others who are just as invested in finding creative solutions as you are. Moreover, teamwork exponentially magnifies the pool of ideas from which you can draw. Interacting with teammates, bouncing ideas off one another, provides the mental breathing room needed for your creativity to wander and explore new territories. When you hit a wall in your thought process, the varied perspectives within a team can vault you over that barrier, ushering in a fresh wave of insights and inspiration. Such collaborative environments create a virtuous cycle of mutual inspiration. Every shared idea or piece of feedback doesn't just add to the collective idea bank, but also opens avenues for further creative exploration that might not occur in isolation. IDEO, the consulting firm where the authors apply their craft, embodies this collaborative ethos by integrating communal spaces for idea sharing, such as wall-sized blackboards for jotting down thoughts, questions, and inspirations. This simple yet effective tool exemplifies how physical spaces can be designed to foster a culture of shared creativity. The key takeaway? Don't shy away from seeking or accepting help in your creative endeavors. The notion that creativity must be a solitary pursuit is a myth. In reality, the synergy of teamwork holds the potential to unlock doors of innovation you might never have found alone. Every interaction, no matter how minor, might just be the push needed to set your creative river flowing. Part 7: The Power of Action. Transforming intention into impact. We've all been there, teetering on the brink of making a decision, whether it's starting a conversation with a stranger or seizing a new career opportunity, only to retreat into the shadows of our fears and uncertainties. This gap between knowing what we ought to do and actually doing it permeates not just our personal lives, but the realm of business as well. Consider the story of Kodak in the 1990s. Their innovation team stood at the forefront of digital photography, fully aware that it represented the future. Yet, paralyzed by fear of diverting from their established path, they hesitated. This reluctance to embrace change and act decisively led to Kodak's decline, as they watched competitors seize the market share and revenue they could have claimed. But here's the catch. Our fate isn't sealed to be observers in our own lives, letting moments and opportunities slip through our fingers. It all hinges on the mindset we choose to adopt. Shifting from a passive "I should probably do this" to a decisive "I will do this" can make all the difference in taking control of our destiny. Embracing the do-something mindset, even when outcomes are uncertain, ensures we live without regrets. Trying and potentially failing offers a learning experience far more valuable than the stagnation of inaction. Remember, the greatest failure is not in attempting and falling short, but in never daring to attempt at all. Take John Keefe's story as an inspiring example of the do-something mindset in action. An editor at a Manhattan radio station, Keefe overheard a colleague fretting over her elderly mother's struggles with unpredictable bus schedules. Rather than merely sympathizing, he sprung into action. By hacking into the Transit Authority website, he created a system where a simple phone call could inform users of the real-time location of buses, significantly easing the waiting ordeal for countless individuals. This impactful solution, crafted in less than a day, epitomizes the profound change that can be sparked by a single decision to act. As we navigate the complexities of our professional and personal lives, let's remember the transformative potential of embracing action over hesitation. Our creativity and willingness to change the world for the better thrive when we commit to turning intentions into tangible outcomes. Let this be a call to action, to live deliberately, to embrace risks, and to make our mark on the world, one decisive step at a time. Part 8. Finding harmony between wealth and passion in your career. Picture the ideal job. Does it fill your bank account to the brim, or does it fulfill an inner passion, making every morning a joy to wake up to? It's the age-old conundrum most of us face, the delicate dance between monetary gain and pursuing what lights the fire within us. Striking a balance between these two aspects can be a source of significant stress, primarily because it seems like a choice must be made, one at the expense of the other. The reality is that positions offering both a hefty salary and the chance to indulge our passions are like finding a unicorn, rare and almost mythical. Tom Kelley, one of the authors, knows this quandary all too well. Tempted by the lure of a lucrative paycheck to return to management consulting, Kelley found himself at a crossroads. EDO, the design and innovation firm where he worked alongside his brother David, offered him something invaluable, the chance to pursue his passion. Despite the financial allure of the job offer, he ultimately chose to stay with IDEO, prioritizing personal fulfillment over financial gain. The decision wasn't straightforward. It pitted financial security against the allure of doing work that was truly meaningful. But Kelley's choice underscores a vital insight: the necessity of balancing monetary rewards with personal passion. It's easy to assume that a high-salary job will automatically equate to long-term satisfaction. However, when such positions demand excessive sacrifices, missing out on weekends, birthdays, or holidays, the sheen quickly fades. Conversely, while dedicating oneself to socially meaningful work without compensation might seem noble, it loses its charm when faced with dire financial straits. The secret lies in navigating a middle path that allows for both financial stability and the pursuit of passion. Achieving this equilibrium requires creativity and a willingness to explore unconventional routes that cater to both needs. Emboldened by the understanding that compromise doesn't mean settling for less, but, rather, inventing an entirely new solution, we can start to craft a career that brings joy and abundance in equal measure. Investing time and effort to find this balance is not merely advisable, but essential, promising a future where our careers do not just sustain us financially, but also enrich our lives with purpose and joy. Part 9. Unlocking Happiness, the link between creativity, work, and well-being. Embracing creativity isn't just a way to enhance your work, it's a pathway to personal fulfillment and happiness. When we allow ourselves to think outside the box and innovate, we're not only nurturing our professional growth but also enriching our lives beyond the office walls. In the modern workplace, the ability to bring fresh ideas to the table is increasingly valued. Companies are on the lookout for individuals who aren't afraid to challenge the status quo and drive projects to exciting new frontiers. The outcome of fostering such an environment is twofold. Not only does it lead to recognition from employers and peers, thus making our professional journey more rewarding, but it also transforms our day-to-day tasks into a source of joy and excitement. The transformative power of creativity at work isn't just theoretical. It's backed by countless anecdotes from those who've collaborated with the authors. These stories range from CEOs diving into the trenches of innovation to lawyers employing creative strategies to sway judges and juries, resulting in both professional advancement and a greater sense of personal achievement. But the magic of creativity extends well into our personal lives too. At some point, we all grapple with feelings of discontent or stagnation in our daily routines. However, by adopting a creative mindset, we open our eyes to the beauty that surrounds us in even the most mundane moments, whether it's appreciating the spontaneous playfulness of family breakfasts or finding wonder in the changing seasons. A shift in perspective can breathe new life into our everyday experiences. This fresh outlook not only helps us find joy in the little things, but also fuels our motivation and inspiration, driving us to pursue our goals with renewed vigor. The connection between creativity, a fulfilling career, and personal happiness is undeniable. By fostering our creative abilities, we can transform not just the quality of our work, but the richness of our lives. So let's embrace innovation, challenge ourselves to think differently, and take the reins of our lives. Fear has no place in this journey. It's time to step out and embrace the adventure that awaits. Remember, every day holds the potential for wonder. It's up to us to uncover it. Final summary. Creativity is a universal trait, transcending professions and permeating every aspect of our lives. Despite societal norms that often try to confine and suppress it, we all possess the capacity to bring creativity to the forefront of our existence. The journey to reclaiming and strengthening this innate gift begins with confronting our fears, particularly the fear of failure, and committing to action. Understanding that creativity is not confined to the realms of art and literature is crucial. It's a fundamental ingredient in innovation, problem solving, and even in the way we approach our daily tasks. From the ways we interact with our environment to the methodologies we employ in our workplaces, creativity shapes our experiences and outcomes. Yet, society tends to place creativity in a box, labeling it as something reserved for the select few. This misconception restricts many from exploring their potential and embracing the multitude of ways creativity can manifest in their lives. Overcoming this requires a shift in mindset, recognizing that everyone has the potential for creative thought and expression. The fear of failure often stands as a towering barrier to this realization. We are conditioned to fear mistakes, viewing them as setbacks rather than opportunities for growth and learning. But history and research show us that the most creative minds have not only experienced failure, but have used it as a stepping stone to reach new heights of success and innovation. Taking immediate action is the key to unlocking our creative potential, whether it's engaging in new experiences, collaborating with others, or simply allowing ourselves to see the world through a different lens. Each step we take can lead to a significant transformation in both our personal and professional lives. In essence, creativity is an integral part of who we are. It's not something to be fearful of or to suppress, but rather a powerful force to embrace and cultivate. By facing our fears, taking action, and allowing ourselves the freedom to explore and express, we can win back our creative confidence and immensely enrich our lives. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.